What's up everyone, it's Adam from Lifeguard. I'm Tim back with a brand new lifeguarding tip video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about major mistakes of why people fail the CPR test during the lifeguarding course. People often forget, like, yes, you have to learn all the water skills, you have to be a great swimmer, but you also have to handle a bunch of CPR, a bunch of first aid, rescue breathing, all that stuff. It has to be muscle memory, and you have to be able to do it on the spot. So today I'm going to give you some points of things to avoid and also things people often mess up on. Now before I dive into this, if you guys are new to the channel, I make a bunch of lifeguarding content about passing the course, becoming a really good lifeguard, passing all the pre-tests, so definitely consider subscribing and liking the video to show your support. And also only like 9-10% of you guys are actually subscribed to watch my videos, so it'll mean a lot to help my channel grow and to help more people out. Now the first reason why people fail the CPR portion is that they count too fast. This might seem like a very small, minute detail, but trust me, if you're counting too fast and the timing is off, let's say you're nervous, often when people get nervous, they like do things quicker than they need to. The instructor will notice that and they'll take it as like you're doing it incorrectly and you don't have the tempo and the numbers down. It's very important to know the rhythm and the tempo of all types of victims, like child, infant, and adult, for CPR, rescue breathing, checking for pulse and breathing. So just make sure you say 1 Mississippi, you really exaggerate it and you say it out loud clearly so the instructor knows that you're counting at the right tempo and you're doing it correctly. Now another reason why people fail the CPR section in the mock test is because they fail to assess the situation. And what I mean by assess the situation is we're all eager to like go up there, start checking for pulse and breathing, just know if they are breathing, know they have a pulse, maybe there's like a choking victim, there's a clogged airway. They just want to know what to do, right? But people often forget that they have to make sure the scene is safe, like there's no live wires, the place isn't burning down, there aren't any like killer alligators, like stuff like that. Like it's one of those things that you have to say, like, okay, I'm checking to make sure the scene is safe, I'm asking if they're okay, I'm directly telling someone to call 911. These are the steps that they are looking for, and if you forget these things at the very beginning, they're gonna keep note of that and they're gonna deduct points and they're just gonna stop you and it's gonna get you out of your rhythm. So just make sure you assess the scene and you remember to check that the scene is safe. That's the first thing you have to do when approaching a victim. So now these are some pointers that people often get confused, and it's the reason why they fail is because they do the wrong thing. Is when the instructor tells you, okay, this victim has a pulse but is not breathing, or if this instructor says, okay, this person has no pulse, you have to remember that if a person has no pulse, they are not breathing, but it's not the other way around. However, if they are not breathing, that doesn't mean they don't have a pulse. So you really have to understand that relationship. So whenever you hear no pulse, you immediately think, okay, CPR. This person is like in a cardiac arrest, they need a rhythm in their heartbeat, you have to do CPR. But when you hear that the person's not breathing, don't jump to CPR because it could be a clogged airway. You might have to do scoops, let's say it's like a young kid or whatever, to unclear the airway, rescue breathing of that sort. So you want to make sure that you get those two relationships in your mind and you remember what to do based on what the instructor says. It's very important. Now another reason why people fail is that they just don't have enough hands-on practice. Now I said this in a lot of my videos, but how I prepared for the CPR exam was I took a pillow, I put it on the floor in my room. They give you a piece of paper that basically says, it's like basically a big tree diagram about like all the different timings, all the different numbers, repetitions, how long you do it, and knowing like what is the reason to stop CPR. There's about 6 reasons. At least that's when I took the exam. It could be like 7, but I think it's 6 reasons. Like the scene is no longer safe, they're brought back to life, someone of equal or higher training shows up, the EMS shows up, like the AED, stuff like that. So there's gonna be reasons to stop CPRs, which you should definitely remember. But the main thing that I did was I would have someone give me a scenario, I would treat the pillow on my floor like a victim, and basically I would just go through every single scenario, do the right hand compressions, interlock the fingers, go above the sternum, and if it's a smaller kid or a child, obviously you don't push down as hard and you use fingers instead of your whole palm. So you want to make sure that you get this hands-on practice before you actually go in to do it on a dummy. And trust me, the pillow works really well. It's basically the same thing, and although it's not like an actual human being and it might be tricky for checking pulse, if you just check pulse on yourself, maybe you have a sibling, it's up to you guys how you want to do hands-on practice, but it's very important that you get the reps in before you actually take it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Comment down below if you have any questions. I'll answer as many of them as I can. And also like and subscribe if you're new to the channel to show support to the channel. And also if you enjoyed this video, it'll mean a lot to me if you did so. So I'll see you all in the next upload. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.